If practice makes perfect was a video game, this is exactly what it would be. SIFU is the epitome of get good. And yes, I know that came from Dark Souls and how people troll you for being rubbish. But ideally, this is the ultimate definition of a skill-based fighting system. It is absolutely incredible. Considering the fact that I still remember their last game and I thought it was an absolute pile of... Actually, I didn't think it was that bad. I just didn't finish it. I don't know, I just didn't find Absolver so great. However, SloClap has themselves back, walked into my good grace and said, by the way, young man, you thought we were finished. Oh no, no, no. We have returned. And indeed they have. SIFU is the ultimate fighting game out there. Forget Street Fighter, not fighting your friends, like just a fighting title game, period. It is absolutely incredible. Your character is just as frail as your opponents. You and your opponents, the only thing that separates you is your level of skill, and my goodness, is it incredible. You can easily go from being a relative nobody to mastering your skills only through trial and error. And I've played this game so many times in terms of just repeating the first stage, because there is a death system where as you die you age, so you could age all the way up until 65 or plus, and it is incredible because the more you die, the more you age, the more the gap increases as you age, and you're sitting there thinking, wow, I'm gonna get old before I even get anywhere in this game, and it's incredible. But what I've been trying to do now is I've been trying to do a quick run seeing, can I get to the final boss and actually spare their lives? Apparently there's this way where you can fight the opponent boss, and well, each level has a stage boss, and you fight this boss, and instead of killing them like being a vengeful soul, you kind of save their lives. But yeah, I'm not sure I'm kind of doing that pretty okay. I think I'm just really into just like really dropping everybody. However, it is, I won't lie, it's not as easy just to get to the boss. Everybody is like on their A game. Like, yes, some characters are just tricky to fight, but when you get ganged up on, like how I am being now, it's very easy to get yourself cornered. Like, it makes you think. Like, I promise you, I had like all these weird like moments thinking of like Jet Li and Jackie Chan, and thinking to myself, how do they fight actually? Like, how do they control an entire group of enemies, even if they're going up against 8 enemies? How do they control that entire environment, and how do they get through it? And when you look at it, you kind of try to impose the same kind of styles. Take one opponent down at a time, try to stay behind all of them, never let any of them be behind you, try to make sure that at least you have a weapon or you have the higher ground. And I feel like I'm kind of executing this okay, but these guys still are good. Like, yeah, it's NPCs, it's your opponents, they're supposed to be challenging, and they're supposed to kind of drive you to the edge and kind of catch you where you slip up. But equally, I think as much your opponents are at a certain level trying to catch you out, you should be at that level or higher, just to make sure that you're not getting ganged up and you're not getting caught out. Yeah, they are gonna have weapons and they are gonna knock you out, and you're gonna have those moments where actually you could have moved better, you could have been in a better advantageous position. And you know, as much as you try, it's not perfect, but step by step, eh? Yeah. The funny thing is, I know I started off with it like making it seem like it's a joke from the very beginning, but SloClap made this game a few years ago called Absolver. So Absolver is actually so much nicer, I guess, but it was like, it looked bare bones. So you had this weird faceless looking character who was just, it actually looked like a stick figure, the equivalent of a stick figure for 3D fight animation, where you just walk around this valley and you fight different people who had different fighting styles. And I thought that was pretty cool at the time. Unfortunately, I didn't really kind of grasp this concept as well as I think as it was intended, because it felt like it could easily be fast-paced at points and slow-paced at other points, and the way the game has evolved to be what it is now, I think, is incredible. Like, you're looking at the evolution of an entire like style genre of combat evolved to be what it is now. I think, like, the way it is, it picks up. Like, you really see the movement, the combat, the way it's kind of switched itself up. You have more aggressive encounters with multiple enemies, and it feels more organic rather than it feeling like you're a one kind of unambiguous avatar. You kind of feel like you're a character now with a genuine story behind it as well, because in Absolver it kind of felt like you're being drip fed some piece of information. This one, you walk into it from the get-go. It's like, by the way, this is your story. Your dad got killed by these guys. You've grown up, and you are going to be the Chinese movie cliche. You're going to avenge your father's death. The story cliche aside, I think the way it's executed is more important than what the story is itself. I mean, we've played a lot of games with weird story cliches, so let's not try and be on our high horse about this and make it seem like some things aren't that great. But in all honesty, if you haven't yet played this game, I would ask you, what on earth are you doing? This game is highly addictive, in the sense that if getting your butt whooped and learning from your mistakes reminds you of Goku and every other anime protagonist, and how getting beat is what makes you stronger, then you've learned your lesson, my son, and let us be on our way to join this game in whipping everybody else's butt while we get to the final boss, because it is the way. Weirdly, I just dropped a Star Wars, an anime reference. Yeah. But this is me taking the shortcut all the way to the final boss of stage 1, and if you guys are gonna stick around, I'll be dropping that video. I'll be dropping my fight with the first boss of SIFU, the botanist, in our next video. I'll check you guys next time. Bye.